vlog. So Mike just turned in his applications for grad school to go to Germany. So we're really excited. This has been something that we've been planning since this last summer. When we first moved in here, we just kind of didn't know what to do, and we didn't know what the next step was for Mike to take for grad school. He applied to so many American-based programs, but didn't get into them. So we were like, okay, what do we do? They were also for society programs, I should say, and clarify it wasn't for like a master's program. But this time he's like, maybe I should do master's level stuff. And so I was like, okay. And I just had this feeling to just look in Germany. We've been wanting to go to Europe for so long and try living there, but we didn't want to commit to living there without first having that like trial run period. So going to school is just honestly a great way to test that, to see if we really want to live over there. I personally think I do. But anyway, so we have this idea of looking in Germany. We find the exact program he's looking for in Germany, in Cologne and in Leipzig. I don't know how you say that. So we found those programs, just spent this whole year basically looking into it slowly. And now we're getting to the point where like he has his applications in. We're actually kind of in like this crunch time mode with like where we are with work, where we need to start packing up the apartment, getting like our bank accounts ready and everything. And we haven't heard back yet on if he for sure got in and if it's a yes, but we're treating it like it's a yes because we just want to be ready. So even if he doesn't get in, we still want to move. So like that kind of helps too. Like we still want to like move and pick up our lives anyway, because we're just kind of ready to move on from Idaho in general. Yeah, this is just super exciting. So today we're gonna go to Walmart, grab some tote boxes and start packing up some stuff. We pretty much decided that we're not bringing any furniture with us when we go. So it's just gonna be suitcases full of clothes and that's it. We're leaving our bed. Luckily this apartment that we're living in is fully furnished. Anything we bought for it that it didn't have already, we're just gonna leave here for the next tenants to come and just use it. I think that makes it a lot easier too. Like you don't have to figure out where to put your bed or how to bring all these things over. Anything else, we're just gonna donate. We might leave a few things here with Mike's mom to just have. Was he looking for me? Oh!
You kind of scared me. I was like wandering around looking for you. And then even though I knew I was looking for you, I just saw someone sitting in my truck. I was just like, what? And I was like, dude, it's probably Rachel. You gave me certain spookies today.
So anyway, we have a few weeks to get it done because it's just, okay, I don't know if this is how it feels for any expat who's moving over, but it just feels like we've been waiting and waiting, waiting forever. And then all of a sudden it's at that point towards the end where it's like go time and we almost don't have enough time, if that makes sense. So this is kind of the timeline. We're packing up the apartment. We also are probably going to sell our cars. And okay, this is maybe like too much, like no one cares, but I think this is awesome. So like people who don't know what to do with their cars and they want to do like private sellers, cool. Like sometimes OfferUp is a great way to sell your car, just all that stuff. But we have this auction place kind of near us, where it's super awesome because we just drop off the car. We like sign over the title and then they send us a check whenever their auction happens. And it's been like so seamless. It's so nice because I don't know if anyone else has like bought and sold cars on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, but it's a pain in the ass. So a lot of things happening, a lot of I don't knows, a lot of maybes, but we're treating it like yes, basically.
17. Which one? I think, will that one fit pictures or no? That looks kind of narrow. So just showing a little bit of our view in Idaho. We did end up finding our boxes that we needed for storage at Home Depot. And then later that week, we actually decided to move to Utah for summer to work. We just ended up finding jobs out there in Utah and had family to stay with.
Okay, big update for our study abroad during school. Grad school. Okay, why? So we were planning on going to Germany and now we're not because we're going to Greece.
Woo!
So
we got into Greece.
We always knew that like Greece was an opportunity or like we had a chance of going there. We're not as excited about it because there was more steps to go through with the visa process and we wanted to have something that was really easy. So we're like, Germany, easy, just show up, get a residence permit, and it's beautiful there. It's super green and lush and everything. So we kind of were just like more on the fence with wanting to live there. But Mike had an interview with Greece like last week and right away they were like, you're the kind of person that we want in this program. You have like all the experience, you're in. They're like, we'll send you all like the confirmations and stuff later this month, but like I can tell you that you're in and you're probably going to be at like the top of the list for being able to choose which study abroad program you want, because you go to 2 places in this program. You can choose between Germany, Italy, and France.
Babe, you're all over the place right now.
I am.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm trying to just like be concise. I don't want to like drag on.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying to not be like, let me just take forever. No.
So you show up to the school, but then you get to study elsewhere, and that's the study abroad.
So the extra cool thing though is like before we were talking about schools, like where we wanted to go, Mike and I were like low key a little bit like, where would we want to live in Europe long term? And I kind of just always saw myself wanting to live in France, and I don't know, like the climate, the culture, the food. Like I've loved like everything I've seen about France from people who have lived there, Americans who've lived there. And so when I heard that there was an opportunity to go to France for a semester, I was like, oh my gosh. And then it ended up being the program too that was more like less research focused, more consulting, which is kind of what Mike is looking for. And that's the one in France, Greece kind of thing. So it just kind of became this crazy like, oh my gosh, like we need to go to Greece.
Greece has everything.
Greece has everything.
Including a green light to go.
We're really excited. I'm a little bit like nervous about going back to living in somewhere super hot, because that's where we were in California. But actually, like, I will take the heat any day over driving in snow again, which we wouldn't be doing that in Germany anyway, because we just have public transportation. But there's so many green flags, so many pros that we're just like, yeah, of course it's Greece. So that's the update. More to come on that.
So, more on our Utah summer move. We had an interview with the Greek school and knew Mike was in, but we were still waiting to hear back from the German program to see if that was even an option for us. We didn't want to give Greece an answer until we knew Germany was off the table, so we decided to move to Utah and live with family while we continued working. Because it was just a better send-off point, because we knew we would need to fly to San Francisco for our Greek visas anyway. And Salt Lake City is a better place to fly out of than Spokane. That's just facts. We didn't end up hearing from the German program until right before we left for Greece, so we're glad we just decided to pursue the Greek program. We spent the whole summer saving for Greece, constantly emailing the Greek consulate in San Francisco, and trying to get rid of more things because we wanted to fit everything we owned in suitcases. It ended up being a great summer, honestly, getting to spend quality time with my grandma and hearing more family stories, though.
Let's turn this air down, actually. It's kind of loud. So this is an update. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. It's been about 2 months since I've even thought about YouTube. So Mike and I are in Utah right now, living with my grandparents, helping them out with some house stuff, living in the unknown and trying to feel comfortable with it. So we're like kind of low-key at this like general state of anxiety all the time, but also like chilling. But something finally happened today. We got a call from the Greek consulate in San Francisco after countless emails that were sent, and the guy said that he had a slot open for us for an interview for Tuesday at 11 a.m. And today is Thursday. We were just like, okay, yeah, we can be there Tuesday. Let me just call out of work real quick and book these flights, book a hostel, you know, like we're running around. We just got our passport pictures. Let me actually show you. Here's Mike's. Can you see with the glare? I don't even know. We don't know if Mike's shoulders will work. Can you see mine?
Just hold it. Boom. Look at that sweet lady.
Got these again for the visa. We have to do a medical exam tomorrow morning to show that we're physically fit enough to live somewhere else, I guess. And then we're flying out to San Francisco Tuesday, and it'll be a super quick trip. But it feels like nothing was happening, and then now everything's happening. We just have to get ready real quick. That's the update. We're in Utah right now. We haven't heard anything from Germany on whether or not Mike's been accepted or even has an interview. So like that's frustrating.
My application is still valid.
But yeah, it's just all very like we just want to know something. We're like right there. We're right there, guys. What are you thinking?
Thinking about my certified personal trainer exam. It costs more than $1. It costs
How many dollars?
$199. $1.
For this simple one?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I thought it would be like $60 maybe. Like I thought it would be.
It's like an internationally recognized. It's like the top of the top. So it's like if I get it, then like it's valid, like it in like any country.
I thought any like the lowest one from the NASM one is that the lowest tier, and it's still $500.
I thought it was gonna be like $299.
What the heck?
Oh my gosh, everything was
Hey y'all, we are in San Francisco right now. We have an interview with the consulate that we're gonna go to tomorrow, and we just had the craziest experience getting to this hostel, taking public transportation. So anyone who's been to San Francisco, tell me if this is like the worst area. It's probably not though, like I feel like there could be worse areas, but we got off at 16th and Mission from the BART system, and we walked up, we were just shocked. And then we stayed in that area waiting for a bus that never came because we got the wrong bus stop for, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes. And I just stood there and I said, you know what? I'm gonna out crazy. I'm gonna turn into someone else right now. So I was wearing this trench coat and I just let my hair blow in the wind. I turned my ring around and I was like, wait, you gotta do this. You know what? I gotta blend in right now. And I just kind of furrowed my brow and just had this like crazy face going.
Look at that face.
Like this.
Oh.
Don't come at me, I'll come at you. Anyway, that's what I did.
And I just imagine you like trench coat. You can edit this out if you need to. My trench coat. I want to see my dick.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can say that. Anyway, we're gonna go grab some food. Hopefully we have some time to go hit some brunch spots and see some touristy things here. We're only here for 2 days, so we'll see. And then we do have a friend that we're gonna meet up with.
Even though we were only in San Fran for 2 days, we loved it because it was so cold and misty, the food was amazing, and we did find a nice cafe near our hostel that we went back to a few times just to sit and get more work done for our visas that we didn't know about before the trip. We had to go around the city getting last minute things we needed, like a first class package slip for the consulate office so they could send us our passport and visas ASAP, but in between the hustling through the city, we still found time to sit and drink in the city together, and just honestly had a really good time laughing. Finding matcha because we hadn't found that in Idaho, and just honestly walking through a city. We were so reliant on our cars for the past few years, it felt good just to walk everywhere, which made us so much more excited for the walkable city that we were about to live in for the next 2 years in Trikala. Honestly, we could not get enough of just walking through the city and talking together. It was the best. And then the consulate was in such a cute building. We took public transportation everywhere and decided to meet up with our friend, not in Chinatown, but at this really great Asian restaurant. I can't remember the name, but it was super fun. We got to catch up on so many things. We hadn't seen each other in a few years, so it was honestly just so fun to talk and hang out, meet her roommate. Ended the night with some good pizza, which was so good. I love the food in San Francisco, but the next morning we had to head back home. So we stayed in the airport for probably 5 to 7 hours because our plane was delayed. We actually ended up staying in a hotel. Okay, then we changed our plans again so that we could sell our last car and see my parents and friends before leaving, and decided to fly out of LAX because it just made more sense with our plane ticket than flying out of Salt Lake City. So we made one last road trip home. It was so fun because we got to talk for the whole 9 hours about our upcoming plans and this move and what we wanted our personal life goals to look like for this whole next year. Just everything. We're back in California. What day is it today? It's like end of August now.
27th.
It's been a few weeks. We're going to try to sell my car here. Work on it here. Long story short, we need to work on it a little bit before we can sell it. So there's just a lot of things we're working on. We're going to go get our international driver's license today. You excited about that?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get our international driver's license today. Go through our TSA pre-check interview at the airport. We have to get passport photos for the driver's license. Is that it? Is that all we're doing today?
Hmm?
That's it. But
Coffee? I don't know if you mentioned
coffee first. This has been my favorite summer coffee drink. It's just a plain cold brew with these monk fruit drops. So good and so refreshing. And that's it. I do have to say though that I do like my homemade cold brew better. This one's a little bit more acidic, but still good. So right now we're just cleaning out
out Miss Blue, my car, for one last time. We have some buyers who are interested in buying, doing last minute things. This car is like gone with us everywhere, so it's kind of crazy to get to this point. We bought her up in Washington. Look at all these rust marks. You would never really have that here in California. So I was like, oh my gosh, how do you stop that? Anyway, so hopefully she sells. That'll be like our last big thing we need to do here before we leave, is getting rid of my car. Because it's kilometers.
10 or 9.
Oh my gosh, I look so haggard. We are in Greece. It's been over 24 hours since we've started this travel day. The longest 24 hours ever. Actually over 24 hours, because we had to get a rental car. We had to get to the airport early for our first flight. And I think we were dropped off like 5 hours in advance. And then getting this rental car, we have 2.5 hours of driving before we get to our Airbnb. So it's just a long travel day. We're tired. We'll be so excited to get back to a place where we can just like take a shower and go to bed. I just saw someone use both lanes turning. I was like, I don't know. Is that normal? Who knows? Just cool little, it kind of just looks like LA. It's not LA, but it is. It's so funny because Mike and I were like, okay, why is this gonna take 2.5 hours to go 90 miles? And it's because I think the average speed is like 60 kilometers.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 60 kilometers. I don't know what that
Yeah, there it
translates
is.
to,
60. That's,
I feel like I'm going 35, 40.
no, I think you're right. No wonder it's gonna take 2.5 hours to get 50 miles. So look at this cute show. We just went down to our local neighborhood. It was a gyro. How do you say it? Gyro is like a soft G.
Hero, almost an H. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hero.
It was like, but I heard the G. Anyway,
Yeah, no.
it was just so nice because we walked into this shop and immediately they were like, hello. And we were like, how did you know? I don't think we're going to get away with ever being like a local, but it was so nice because we were asking him how to say like, hello, good day, all that stuff. And they were just so nice. Everyone here is so nice. Everyone's nice. It's amazing. So nice. I think we're starting off on a good note, especially like, I feel like telling people like we moved, like one of the things he said was, that's so crazy. People usually move away from Greece. You guys are moving to Greece. And we're like, yeah, we're here for school. And he's like, well, that makes sense. But I was like, well, this is such a beautiful place. And you guys are all so nice. Like, why wouldn't I want to? Anyway, I'm sure I'll find pros and cons, but so far it's just been so amazing. When we first knew we were moving to Trikala, the first thing we did was look on YouTube and look at all the videos that other people had posted just to see what it looked like. So it was so surreal for us to be standing there at this clock tower, climbing up the stairs, looking at the village. Just crazy that we were there. Amazing. And it's been so cool just to walk and see everything. I found the proxies.
Yasu.
Yasu. I think where I left off was I was hoping that we sold the car. We ended up just, oh my gosh. There is so much to talk about and so much to say, but I feel like this would be way too long. And so I'll just say that we met a lot of really good people and a lot of really good angels who helped us get here. There's been so many moments where I'm like, I don't even know how this is gonna work. It ends up working out like last minute. And so it's just been the craziest experience getting here. I'm really excited to see what happens while we live here. There's a lot of cool opportunities that we'll have. There's just so much. We've already dealt with so much. We got here and we've been here for a few weeks now. We're in our Airbnb. We're about to go move into our apartment. And that in itself was the craziest story ever. Finding the apartment, it was a huge like answer of a prayer / manifestation. So we still are just like in shock essentially that we got it. So lots of things that have happened. We got sick
Pretty sure it was COVID. Not sure though. I mean, I didn't get tested, but we were in the airport. We did lots of international layovers and flights and stuff. And when we got here, we were so sick. And so we were so happy we had an Airbnb to recover in. And there's a lot of things going on while we were super sick that we had to figure out. And so it's just been super exhausting, but also we're just so grateful. And we're grateful we've had his school mentors to help us figure out the process of getting legal things done here. So lots of great things have happened, but I'm really excited to see what life looks like in Greece.
Me too.
Follow along if you want to see us in our life in Greece and where Mike goes for study abroad portion of his graduate school.
We'll be going elsewhere.
And I'm working on lots of personal goals myself here, and so I think I'll probably vlog a little bit of my goals and me reaching them. We'll just see. And I don't know, a history lesson. There's lots of history here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. We'll see you next time. Yes, ass.